Doing that back in time, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. With the revolution.
What's up team, Michael here, and in this video I'm going to be doing kind of like an unboxing and first impressions video of the new Nano X Froning shoes. Now this isn't going to be an in-depth review of the shoe. I'm going to be doing that in about a month or two after I've trained in them and tested them for a bit. But instead this video is going to be just like a general impressions video of what I think about them right out of the box. But if you want to see a more in-depth review of the Nano X Fronings, be sure to subscribe right now if you aren't already so you don't miss that future review. Okay, so first, if you're someone watching this and you're new to CrossFit or you don't even do CrossFit and you don't know who Rich Froning is, he is a 4-time fittest man in the world as an individual CrossFit Games competitor, and he partnered with Reebok to make these shoes, hence the name, the Nano X Froning. Okay, so right out of the box, you'll notice that the Nano X Fronings are a bit larger than some other shoes. I don't have the Nano 9s to compare them with at the moment, but as you can see, they are slightly larger than the Metcon 5s. And the little bit I've worn the Nano X Froning shoes in workouts so far, I can attest to the fact that the Nano X Fronings do feel a bit more bulky on your feet than some other shoes. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in depth in my full review video. So right now, if we take a look at some of the cool designs on the shoes, we'll see that inside the left shoe, it says Nano X, and on the inside of the right shoe, it says Froning. And I don't know about you, but it's subtle things like this that I really appreciate on a shoe, even if it doesn't help with the actual performance of the shoe. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Comment below what you think about cool designs like this, and let me know if I'm crazy or not. Okay, so moving on, if we look at the heel loop on the shoes, it says Nano X Froning, as well as the iconic Bible reference Galatians 6:14 that has kind of turned into Rich's mantra during his CrossFit career. Also, here's another cool thing. If we look at the end of the strap on the left shoe, it says Nano X, and if we look at the right shoe, it says Froning. Again, to me, it's really cool when a shoe has this much thought put into it when it comes to the design of the shoe. Oh, and since we're talking about the strap, I'll touch on this a little bit more in my full review video, but when I was looking at the Nano X Froning on the Reebok website, I thought that the strap was going to act much like the strap on a lifter's shoe. And if you're unfamiliar with lifters, most of them have a strap on top of the shoe that helps to keep everything tight when doing Olympic style lifts, much like using a belt around your waist, but this is kind of like using a belt on your feet almost. But once I put on these shoes for the first time, the strap didn't seem to do much, but instead it lightly strapped over the top of the shoe. And if we look at the Velcro underneath the strap, you'll see that there is a very small piece of Velcro, not nearly enough to cinch that strap really tight when going for a heavy lift. So I'm pretty sure the strap is just there for aesthetics and doesn't really offer much support. If you wanted to, I guess you could do what Dave Castro did and just cut the strap right off, but of course I'm not going to do that. It really adds to the design of the shoe. But I do want to know what you think. Do you think there should be a strap on the Nano X Fronings if it's just there and not doing anything? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. So if we move on and take a look at the lacing system on the shoe, you'll see that the laces themselves lace through what looks like 3 small ropes. And I actually didn't know this at the time when I bought these shoes, but these 3 small ropes that the laces go through actually symbolizes Rich Froning's biggest pillars in life, which are faith, family, and fitness. I don't know about you, but I personally think how it's really cool how they added those things to the shoe. Okay, now before we briefly talk about the general fit of the shoe and how it feels when wearing it, if we take a look at the sole of the Nano X Froning, you can see that there is kind of like an S-shaped slit in the middle of the shoe. I believe this is just to separate the harder sole in the back from the softer sole in the front, but also you can see that there is a slit in the back of the shoe as well, and in fact, Reebok actually claims that the slit helps to absorb shock in the heel and also prevents it from traveling to the rest of the foot. So if that's true, that's actually a really dope feature. Okay, so how does the shoe fit and feel? Well, in my opinion, this is actually one of the most comfortable shoes I've worn in a very long time. Everything inside the shoe feels really nice and really soft, and if you have wider feet like myself, you'll really enjoy the Nano X Froning. However, while they are a little wider than other shoes such as the Metcon lineup, they are not quite as wide as the Nano 9s. So if you're someone who has really wide feet and the Nano 9s fit you perfectly, just know that these will probably feel a bit narrower than what you're used to. But like I said, compared to other shoes such as my previous Metcon 5s, they are a bit wider. Also, adding to the comfort of the shoe is the fact that the Nano X Froning kind of fits like a sock. So as you see, there is no distinct tongue on these shoes. Everything is one piece. However, if we look farther down the shoe, you can see that along the way, Reebok has meshed two slightly different pieces of material. You have the stiff material in the back of the shoe that provides a lot of cushion and comfort, but once you start moving to the front of the shoe, you start to notice that the material becomes a lot more breathable, allowing a lot more air to get into your feet a lot more effectively. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my first impressions of the Nano X Froning. I'll have a link to where you can pick these up for yourself in the description below. Also remember, if you want to see my full review on these shoes, be sure to subscribe right now so you don't miss that video. In that review video, I'll be talking a lot more in depth about the shoe, things like the workouts I think the shoe is good for, which workouts I don't really think they're good for, and just a general more in-depth review on how well I think they are for CrossFit and working out in general. But until next time, train hard team, and I'll see you later.